Hello all, welcome back. I want to, something I've been struggling with a lot when I do EFT work with people is how to explain it, because it's so bizarre and you're basically tapping and stimulating the endpoints of meridians. And, you know, a lot of people are very skeptical. And I think a large part of, a healthy dose of skepticism is not a bad thing. I say healthy because actually what you tend to get on the extreme end of the scale is this materialist reductionist crap that like won't kind of understand these esoteric or deep energetic things. But it's really difficult because what frustrates me about EFT a lot actually is not actually the process of EFT. I think EFT is just magical and wonderful for helping people. But what annoys me about it is that it's often lumped in with the New Age stuff. And you could argue, because it was discovered, I believe Gary Craig discovered it in the 80s, maybe 70s. I could be wrong about that. I'm happy to be called out on that. I can't actually remember. But you could argue, well, that's New Age, because it came back in the 70s and 80s. But no, it's not New Age, because it's based on the traditional Chinese medicine, which is ancient. Meridians date back to, I mean, I can't even give you the dates because I'm not well versed in all that stuff, but it is very, very ancient. And I think Gary Craig basically just discovered, with Roger Callahan as well, to be fair, that stimulating these energetic pathways, or these ends of energetic pathways, would do something physiological to the body. I still consider it energy medicine, and I hate that. I get so fed up with terms because people lump that in with the New Age, and I don't think EFT is a New Age thing. It's an ancient healing modality, just like acupuncture, because it's basically doing the same thing. Instead of needles, it's actually gentler because we're not piercing the skin, we're just stimulating, so it's more in line with acupressure. But it's not a New Age thing, it's not. And even to prove that, I've got a book at home. I can't remember the title of it. It's about occultic tattoos, and it's not a very big book, but it basically, I think in the book it talks about the first tattooed being that was ever discovered because of dating and stuff. Obviously they found him, I think found him in ice or whatever. When they found him out, his tattoos were the meridian system, which also calls into question that some of this stuff might even go back further than what we actually know and understand, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And yeah, so when I describe it to people, you know, it's a very strange concept to a lot of people, unless they've had, acupuncture. Then you can just say, well, it's like acupuncture without needles, and we're going to stimulate. That's quite easy for people to explain. What people struggle with, especially in the West, I think, because let's face it, I think in the West, I think we've lost touch with our spiritual pathway a lot. I mean, to be fair, not all of us, and a lot of us are getting it back. I consider myself a pagan. I understand the use of energy, and I understand the use of energy within magic as well, because you attenuate it through your nervous system. It's like when you charge a sigil, you want to basically create a massive surge of energy in motion, in order for your nervous system to charge the sigil as you're staring at it, right? So it's all energy, and I just don't like that it gets mixed up in the New Age stuff, because I don't like the New Age stuff, because I think, as I've said before, the biggest danger about the New Age stuff is it ignores the negative in life, and everything's just love and light and like fucking fairyland. But what I love about EFT is it's shadow work, because you have to go to the negative. And actually, like, there's a woman, in fact, I've got a lot of respect for some of her work, Sylvia Hartman. She wrote a really good book on EFT tapping, actually. It's one of my favourites. And but she tends to she doesn't even tap on the negative, which, to me, that's a step too far. I think then it starts to drip away from the shadow work then. We all carry a shadow. We all carry negative emotions. We all carry trauma. And if we can work on it, bring it to the surface and use EFT tapping to heal those energetic scars, then we become free. And I don't like EFT. I really don't like it being called a new age therapy. And actually, I don't even really like, I mean, I will talk about the chemistry of the brain with people, and you can talk about how we know that it sends a signal to the amygdala, which is the fight flight response within the brain. We know that it calms down cortisol. We know that that allows us to then process trauma, because when you're stuck in trauma, you're constantly in a fight or flight. Every time you revisit the trauma, flashback, whatever, boom, cortisol. So tapping stops that from happening in order for you to process it. And you know, sometimes you have to explain that to people, because they're just, especially in the West, they don't believe in energy. Yet everything is energy. It's crazy to me now with quantum mechanics. You don't have to look far to understand that everything's energy at a base level. So yeah, EFT misunderstood, I think, when it's labeled a new age thing. It's actually ancient, I think, because actually you could lump it in with acupressure, and that is really, really ancient. And it works. You know, I've seen it work. And I think the trouble is, because people in the West are indoctrinated from how this stuff works, they often sit there with me after they've cleared a trauma, and they're just gobsmacked. That you literally see it in people. They're just like, how did that work? Like they can't understand it. And I think as part of our natural spiritual evolution, we are going back. Some people say, oh, you know, it's a going forward thing. It's not. It's actually rediscovering what was there before. And I think ancient civilizations knew all this. They knew that we were mind, body, spirit, and actually it's healthy to have a balance of each, and to have each in balance. I mean, because the way I explain EFT, and actually soon what I'm going to do, I've got another channel on YouTube, and I've not uploaded much to it, but it's there, and it's going to have all the therapy stuff on it. This will still have everything on it. So I will post to two places, basically. If it's therapeutic, it will go on the other channel. The other channel is just for the therapy stuff, because I know that I cover so many different topics, and my mind is, that's just the way my mind works. So that channel will have, and I need to record it soon. I'm going to actually record EFT level 1 and go through the whole slides as if it's a course, break it down into videos so people can learn it. Because I want people to have that for free, because this is ancient wisdom. And I think the more of us that know it, understand it. So what I was going to say is, and I'm going to explain this in the course, I think the energetic system also carries scars. And I think that what EFT does is it heals the scars of the energy system. And the more we can understand that, obviously the physical is important too. I'm not taking away from the physical. We've just lost that side of ourselves to understand energy, and then it gets lumped in with new age, and a lot of people don't like a lot of that new age crap, because a lot of it is crap. So yeah, I'm all for, you know, I prefer to call it ancient wisdom, but yeah, I just wanted to do that today to just clear that up, because it is hard when you get a client, you have to explain it, and you have to explain it where they're at, because if they don't understand energy, then you've got to talk about the amygdala. And I mean, it's good that we can do that, but yeah, it is an energy work. It is energy healing. And what's beautiful about it, it's not like all this Reiki crap, because I hate Reiki. I don't agree with that at all. I don't actually trust it. You do it to yourself. You're working on yourself. It's deep inner shadow work. So yeah, just wanted to clear that up today. See you in the next one.